Why people stay in stress even when they hate it. Sometimes people believe if stress feels bad, why don't people just leave it behind? But the truth is, the nervous system doesn't always choose what feels healthy. It often chooses what feels familiar. And those are not always the same thing. Today, let's talk about why people can remain stuck in stress patterns, even when they desperately want peace. Because this isn't just about mindset. It's also about conditioning, survival, identity, and what the body has learned to expect. When someone lives in stress for a long period of time, the nervous system adapts to it. Not because stress is enjoyable, but because the body becomes accustomed to functioning inside of it. Eventually, constant tension can begin to feel normal. Vast thoughts feel normal. Hypervigilance feels normal. Overworking feels normal. Emotional chaos feels normal. And calm can actually begin to feel unfamiliar, sometimes even uncomfortable. This is one reason people may struggle to relax when they finally have the opportunity. They sit down to rest and suddenly feel anxious, or restless, or guilty, or emotionally overwhelmed. Not because rest is wrong, but because the nervous system has been conditioned to expect constant activation. The body has learned stillness is unfamiliar, and unfamiliar can feel unsafe. This often begins in survival mode. Survival mode isn't weakness. It's the body attempting to protect you. Sometimes survival mode develops through chronic stress, unstable environments, emotional neglect, financial pressure, trauma, caregiving exhaustion, unpredictable relationships, or constant responsibility. Over time, the nervous system begins prioritizing survival over recovery. The body shifts towards stay alert, keep going, don't stop, don't let your guard down. And eventually, that state can become automatic. This also affects identity. Many people unconsciously build their identity around stress and survival. They become the responsible one, the fixer, the overachiever, the caretaker, the person who handles everything. And while these roles can come from strength, they can also become deeply tied to self-worth. So when life becomes quiet, some people no longer know who they are without the stress, without the urgency, without the constant problem solving, without being needed. This is why healing can sometimes feel disorienting. Not because peace is bad, but because the nervous system is adjusting to a completely different experience. For some people, calm initially feels empty, or boring, or emotionally exposed. Because stress had become the background noise their system learned to function inside. There's also a biological side to this. Stress changes chemistry inside the body. When someone lives in chronic stress, the nervous system often cycles through cortisol, adrenaline, stimulation, emotional highs and crashes. Over time, the brain can begin adapting to higher levels of stimulation. This is where dopamine cycles can become important too. Constant scrolling, constant notifications, constant urgency, constant stimulation. The nervous system becomes conditioned to expect intensity. And when things become quiet, the brain may immediately search for more stimulation again. Not because someone is broken, but because their system has adapted to constant input. This is also why slowing down can initially feel uncomfortable. People sometimes assume healing means I'll immediately feel peaceful. But often, the first stage of slowing down is finally becoming aware of how exhausted the body actually is. And that awareness can feel emotional, sometimes overwhelming, because survival mode often suppresses emotions until the body finally feels safe enough to process them. This is important. Healing is not just learning how to relax. It's teaching the nervous system that it no longer has to survive every moment. That takes repetition, not perfection. Small, repeated experiences of safety begin teaching the body. You can slow down now. You can breathe now. You don't have to stay activated forever. This is where gentle practices can become powerful. Not because they instantly erase stress, but because they slowly introduce new experiences to the nervous system. Things like quiet walks, slower breathing, meditation, Reiki, journaling, reducing overstimulation, rest, healthy connection, and consistent routines. These moments may seem small, but over time, small moments repeated consistently begin changing what the body recognizes as normal. And this matters deeply. You're not failing because stress becomes familiar. The nervous system learns through repetition, which means healing also happens through repetition. One calm moment, one conscious pause, one safe breath at a time. Because eventually, the body can begin learning something new. That peace is not laziness. Rest is not danger. Stillness is not failure. And that safety does not always have to be earned through exhaustion. One breath, one moment, one conscious choice. If this message resonates with you, consider subscribing and visit myreiki.net for free downloadable tools to support your journey.